So today I want to do a quick tool video on another scanner. Um, this scanner was sent to me, so I want to be transparent on that for review. Um, there is no requirements whatsoever, just my honest review as I've done with all the other components I usually use. If it works, I'll tell you. If not, it doesn't, but I want to be transparent with that. Um, I did accept this one because it is a scanner that I can compare to one that I already have. Um, so, anyways, give me a second. I'll show you that in a moment. But there have been other components that have been offered before, but I usually have said no to them just because it's not something that I would use or that I normally use. But this scanner, um, it is something I do use or will use, but I'll go a little more into that later on. And the reason I decided to accept this particular scanner is because it's made by Innova. Innova, it's a company here in California. They're in Irvine, which is about an hour from where I am, depending on traffic. I'm in LA, Los Angeles, and I already have one of their scanners, so I can't compare to that one. But the other reason I bought that scanner is because when I first started getting codes out of cars, I went to AutoZone, and when I borrowed their scanner to scan this Jeep at the time, I think it was, their scanner is made by Innova, same company that sent me this particular model. So I knew that they do a lot of the U.S. local autos, so it's just easier to find more information on their website regarding the scanners. So that's the reason I decided to accept this and show you what you get, and just kind of over time um, use it and show you what the scanner does have, because there's no way I can show you every little detail in one video, but I'll keep doing a few here and there wherever I need it, depending on whatever car I'm looking at. As a do-it-yourselfer, this is not my job. This is not what I do, but it's just something I like to do on my own time, on my own cars, and other people sometimes they they ask me to check their cars for whatever code they might have, or something like that. So, without further ado, let me show you. This here is the 6100 that I have. As you can see, very basic, nothing special, and then it does have a cable that you can remove. And the new scanner is the uh, I'm saying it's backwards, so I hope it's not showing up, the numbers backwards. So I apologize if it does, but I'll read it to you. Is the 5610 OBD2 scanner, as you can see here, and it's got a lot of the information on the back. So the 5610 is right there, which pretty much has everything the other scanners may be missing. So this is their top end of those smaller scanners, not a tablet. So let's see what we get. So there's nothing else in there. And just like the other scanner, we did get the small, let's see if I can get on the camera here, small paper for their information, and then their app. You do get a quick start guide right there. Just one sheet of paper, so you can see, hopefully. There you go. It's exactly the same as the other one. And here we got the actual scanner. So cable. And the cool thing about these is that you do have a light on the back of the cable. So when it's really dark in the car, you can use that to light your way in there. So here's the scanner. So we can get a good shot of that. And there's a mini USB or whatever USB that was. So let me do a comparison right now, just to kind of give you an idea of what these two look like. As you can see, the new scanner is a tiny bit larger than the other one, but they're almost identical right there. So the back is the same, the thickness pretty much similar. So the software is very similar. Um, the one thing that I did try to do on this one, I tried to update it. There are no updates. This one comes with a 2018 firmware. So I don't know if they're going to have any updates. I was able to connect it to the computer and it sees it right away. So all you have to do is download their software and you can see that. This one comes with a, I'll show you right now, the 2019. Okay, so there's nothing there, but let me show that again. Hang on a second. Let's go to the menu. And I'll be showing you this later on. Right now, I'm just doing a quick look at what you get. So we'll get into that later on. But here is the firmware. Let's see if I can get a good look on there. There we go. So it's a 2019. I have not plugged this into a computer yet. I just want to kind of show you what you get. So basically, it uses 3 AA batteries. It does have a tiny screw on there. Um, Not a huge deal, but I find those very annoying because usually when you go and grab something like this, you have to look for a tiny screwdriver, which you never have in front of you. Um, Very minor, but it's just one annoying little uh, thing that I find on pretty much anything that you have to do that with. So let me show you real quick. It's on. I'm just gonna press the button here for the power. You just press it once, and it turns on and off. So right now it's off. And the reason I want to show you that is because when you have batteries on these, you can use them without plugging it into the, or you can look at it without being plugged into the car. So that's pretty cool. And right now, as you can see, I have not used it. So I'm hoping that's not backwards because when I look at the screen, everything it's flipped. So I apologize again if that's the case. But let me show you real quick. So I have batteries on both. Let me connect. So I'll press that one. It turns on, and that's what it shows you, the firmware. And the other one does the same thing. Press that button, and there shows you that. The cool part about it is this right here. So let me turn it off and put the adapter on here. It's off. So if you remember your parallel ports for your prayers, that's pretty much what you have on these. Come on. Oh, that's not going in there. Not quite yet. Okay, that was my fault for not pushing it all the way in. But again, I just want to show you that they do have the light on the bottom there. So just turn it on so you can see they both have the light. So they're very similar. So you can see there and there. Now you need good batteries on these or else it's just going to turn off on you. So that's pretty helpful. And the fact that you can turn it on without being plugged into the car, it's pretty cool because you can actually review your information after you're done with the car. If it's not plugged in, it's not gonna let you do anything other than look at whatever cars you already scanned. So let me look and try to show you what that front looks like. So those are all the buttons you have there. And on this one, you're missing the top 2 buttons here. Let me try to get a better light, which are these right here. But again, this is a really basic scanner. This one is a bidirectional scanner, so you should be able to do quite a bit more than this one. And that's the reason I'm looking at this one because there are a couple of things I want to look at. for now, we're just going to start with some basic stuff. The TPMS, you should be able to see those. I have no idea how this one will display it, but I want to check that. The other thing I do like checking on any scanner is the mileage on the car. That's very important because that's, one of the things that has been happening lately is that people, or let me rephrase that, some sellers have been reprogramming the odometer on some cars. So that's just something you want to be able to check on pretty much with any scanner. Just makes sense. So let's see, what else do I want to cover? Just for now, as just for the basic first video that I'm doing on this one. After a minute or two, it powers off by itself, so that's kind of nice. I don't think I pressed that one. There is an app, the RS2. I can't show you because I'm recording on that phone. Last time I didn't use it too much on this one because I have my other scanner um, that has a lot more features too than this would have. It's a bigger scanner. It's the tablet scanner, so you have a lot of different scanners. You have the somewhat basic. This one has more functions than this one, and then the other one that I have, which is a little more advanced. And that's something I want to talk about too, because sometimes you just want a simple scanner. You don't want to go into too many details because there are some cars that have a lot of information, and it can get very overwhelming if you're just trying to do something very basic. Um, so just go ahead and you know this is something quick that you can pick up. You can look at them. Just do a quick. For example, you want to check your smog check. There's a quick and easy way to do it on these, where you're gonna have to having to go through different screens and menus and things like that. So far, I've noticed that the menus are very similar on both of these, and it's very easy to use. As you can see, you can hold it, they're fairly easy. Um, I just remembered the other thing is these two scanners do not have a case. So normally, I just put them away like this, and over time, you're gonna get scratches. So you can see I haven't taken off the plastic on this one. I just like to leave it on just to keep it from, getting all scratched up, because it will when you're just putting it away like that. So it would be nice if they came with a case, but they don't. They do sell them separate, so that's another uh, item that just popped into my brain here. So let me see what else I want to kind of show you with these at the moment. Okay, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's nothing more to show you other than what it is. It's just the regular scanner. The difference is going to be once you go into the software. Um, Here, let me show you the back. So that's uses the older type of USB. They both use the same cable, which is fine. That's the other thing. It would be nice. What I prefer is to be able to update the software from within each scanner, just to connect to your Wi-Fi and be able to just do that instead of having to connect it to a program, to a computer. But in this case, they use that app to give you other information regarding the card that you're working on. You can even see TSBs on there. You can see a lot of information, which is very cool if you're a do-it-yourselfer, because it's not extra. It's just something that you get with the scanner. And the same software works on this one and this one. So it's very cool because it's very useful, especially if you don't have an account on one of those other sites where companies or mechanics who do all that work all the time have to pay for every year or whatever the case may be. This you don't, but it does allow you to look at more information that way, which is really good. For now, we're gonna leave it at that. I think I covered the basics and what you get. I know I'm going on a little more, but I kind of want to cover both sides because I wanted to show you that I do have this one that I purchased, and this is the one they just sent me. So we are going to be looking at other things once I get on the car and plug them in. I don't have anything that needs any codes checked right now, but we can still look at the other information um, without having any, to fix anything. So that's it for now. I hope this is a little helpful. I know I went on a little bit on this one, but I like to cover a lot of, from the basic stuff to whatever they have if I can. That way, you can see it better and have a better idea if it works for you or not. That's up to you. But I hope that helps.